This is the World of Plenty Daily Thought, divine prophetic thought for your day.
For gaining wisdom, understanding, and knowledge.
With His Majesty, King Some 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 Majesty.
Inkosi iyakhuluma lapha kwi-somnalism. Ichaza lapha i-somnalism ukuthi na impilo eyiphilile, no?
Yes.
So ubayede lapha uthe ngesikhathi sachaza wakhuluma nge-Plentiology.
What is
Plentiology?
What is Plentiology? Plentiology, I would say, is a study of plenty, which is a philosophy of faith that subscribes to the ideology that holds the faith that says there is an excessive quantity, plenty, more than enough of everything in life. There is more than necessary, more than what you think you need. We believe Plentiology is all about that. A study that reveals there is no shortage. Now, it is discovered through my meditation, receiving through what I call discernment, which is a knowledge that comes through discernment. Discernment, which is an intuitive knowledge or intuition knowledge, where you don't learn from anybody, where the universe send a message through you, and then you connect through the universe. Abanye babizwa ngokuthi God, abanye babizwa ngokuthi umvelinqangi, abanye babizwa ngokuthi amadlozi, abanye babizwa izingelo, whatever you call it. But we cannot deny ukuthi there are peaceful voices sometimes are inside us. We can't explain. We can't hear it audible in most cases. Those voices, they come to you. Sometimes it come as I call it a miracle knowledge. Without any information that you found outside, like in the book or somebody teaching you, you wake up knowing like you know the back of your hands. You just know these things like this without anybody teaching you. And then you act on it as if you know, like when I put my feet here, I'm not going to fall off. You know, it's a knowledge that comes to you as you know that you exist. And although you may not explain how you exist, how you started, what date, how long it took you to be completely formed, without, except if you have started science. So, Plentiology is a subject that I have researched. In fact, when I was trying to research it in the information of this world, there was no way I could find even the term Plentiology. I form it myself.
Wow.
To express my knowledge. Plentiology is like a start. It's like somebody write a certain laws with science. We know that there's somebody by the name Thomas who started a oceanograph. You know, he was reading a Bible and then he went to the sea because of what the Bible says to search the life of the sea. He discovered a lot of things. Therefore, he became the father of oceanograph. We can go on. People who have discovered this thing. Take, for instance, Petra, who discovered the science of Ebola. Before Peter discovered that. When he came back with that science, after studying and observing, remember what is science? Science is a knowledge that you gain by what? Observing nature, observing things. And then it is proven by what? By experimenting, demonstrating. You know, even when you start at school, when they really teach science, what do? There must be a demonstration. So that's what is Plentiology, is what I've started through observing life, meditating, and sometimes talking with what I call God of Plenty. And then things were revealed to me, and again, and every time I learn something, I practice it, I see it working, and I write it down. So it's called Plentiology. So we therefore, in simple term, Plentiology is a study of plenty, is a philosophical study. It's more of how I reason. That's why I call philosophy. Philosophy is made up of two words, phileo and osophy. Phileo, love, osophy, where we get the word sophia or wisdom. Philosophy is a way ephusile ocabanga ngayo okungayo uthole izinto noma uapply knowledge ngendlela eyiyona. It's a thought you choose. Thought of wisdom that you choose. That's my definition of philosophy. It's a thought of wisdom that you choose, that this is how I'm going to think about God. This is how I'm going to practice my faith. This is how I'm going to live my life. Our philosophy covers all spheres of life. You'll see that in Plentiology, there is what we call theosophy, Plentiosophy, and Plentiologist, or Plentio ban. If you look at all those terms, I developed them myself. They were not in any way to find them without. So we believe the issue is not what we cannot have, but the issue is thinking you cannot have it. The issue is not what you cannot be. The issue you think you cannot be. The issue is how you think. The issue is not that you are not thinking. The issue is not you are not planning. The issue, what are you thinking? How are you thinking? Do you think you cannot be this? I believe with all of my heart. There's nothing I desire to be, I cannot be. This I have proven when I started with the formal education. I did only sub A. Sasifunda lencwadi uthiwa Masihambisana. Uthi ngaye esikoleni ngafunda unyaka oqala ngagcina. A, E, I, O, U. I was so smart esikoleni that I was teaching abantu abenza second year, mina ngenza first year. What you will refer today as, remember uma uthi grade uba phambili ngo2 angithi. In principle mina grade 1 akuwona ngisho grade 1 engawenza.
Like kwaku RR.
Naso I did grade RR. Imagine a child in a school namhlanje. The school si high school namhlanje. So ngamanye amazingine mina ngagcina ku grade RR. Imagine grade RR now is having a high school. Not only having a high school, so I didn't have a chance. Not that I didn't want to go to school. I failed trying to do anything to study. When I get a revelation of the world of Plant, who I am. So I wanted to teach people, and I thought about who started education. The guy who's his name, John D. What is his name? That guy. He started education. Somebody started education. Today people are proud of having degrees because somebody started his own thing, his own philosophy, how to teach people. Now, I'm proud to say I started my own thing that gave back to my own school. In that school, not that we teach my Plentiology only, but it's part of what is started at school because we don't want to box our student. Actually, our education is international.
Wow.
Is recognized anywhere in the world. The point I'm making here is that imagine if I thought, because I'm grade RR, first year schooling, I cannot have a school. When I was saying I'm going to have a school, people were laughing. In fact, they graduate in my own organization. I pick up those graduate people that I know. I said, okay, go and start a school for me. Go and form this school. This is a vision I have. I gave them a year. Next year, 1 hour kids. Only to find out they came back is impossible. Every one of them. Not one gave me a chance. The first one said, there is no chance of us having this thing done. Why? Because they were not having a vision. They didn't have an ability to convince anyone. So when they asked, they said, that is impossible. It cannot be done. How did I start my school? I asked Queen Mother. as a queen mother, when my son, Prince Shalom, because every time ngumthatha ngimuse esikoleni kufika amakhekhe ingane ngebirthday yazo, I didn't believe on celebrating birthday. Ngephasika, Easter egg, I didn't believe. By then, I was already a Plentian, but not fully detoxed from Plentianity. You understand? I was still using a Bible. I was still building on the Bible, although I have already developed my own philosophy. But I still use Bible there and there. Then I said, okay, you know what? I don't want my child to go through all this. I'm going to start my own thing. Cut a long story short, when the time came on that year, the school were going to be open next week. Another pastor was still under me, Pastor Inala. I said, the both of you, move every mountain as long as my son is going to study according to what I believe. Even if it means I built a school for him. In fact, when I started my school, it was intended for my children.
Yeah.
And Dumo was going to be the only child. The second child was of Mr. Mpungos. So those were two kids, the first we enrolled in our school. Then the rest is a history today. Listen to those kids, how powerful they are in science, in English. They are fluent. So the point I'm making, your problem is that you think, I cannot do this because I don't have a degree, I don't have a diploma. Listen. When I learn a computer, my wife used to type for me. So I was writing a book on music. So in writing this book, so there was a query between me and my wife, which is Do. So now it's difficult for me to ask her to type for me because I was writing with my hands. Write. When I've finished writing, I would give it to her. She would write it. She would type it on the computer. That day, I wanted to type my own stuff. So I pick up a computer in the house. I started. How? Sakuli speed. Ow! Now, she wanted to type for me now. So she write on it. I said, no, don't worry. That's why I believe all things are working for my good. You know, I wrote 2 songs on that one. One is based on the Bible, one is based on my true experience of life. The issue is this: no matter what situation you are facing, no matter who you are, how you were born, never allow anything to stop you. The issue is not where you were born. It's not who is your parent. Were you born for a poor family? I was born in a deep rural area. My family was very poor. But listen, I told myself, born poor, there's nothing I can change about that. But dying poor is my responsibility. I have myself to blame. My life is this. I can't ask anyone. Uyazi ukuthi indaba ngathanda ukucela. Ngiyibuza lo mbuzo. Angithi sengiyasebenza la. Khuluma ngeingane ese dependent siyafunda. Khuluma ngokuthi, if I ask you, are you more lucky than me? More loved by God or by universe than me? Are you created special? That's why I'm ashamed even when I see our young people say, asuthola umsebenzi, sinama degree, kanti une degree ku-economy. Kodwa ukwazi kwakho economy. You still depend on somebody, and these people are depending on us. Today, I hire people who are more educated than me, formal education. But in terms of education, if you were to talk about education, so I don't want to stretch these things, because I was going to tell you what is education, according to me. Now, maybe I should have explained that on Somnala. Yeah, that's what is Plentiology. The reason Plentiology is more of a study. That's why it's more of a study. Something you can study, something I can prove it for you, something I can show you. Another example when I talk about Plentiology is that somebody did a research, a study in 2015, and then he launched a machine that is able to make water from the air. Before he proved that, There was nothing called water from the air. Somebody has to come up with it. I talked about Peter, who is the father of airborne. You know, when he introduced to other scientists, he said, this is what I discovered. They laugh at him. They literally, all the science, nobody has ever approved what he was saying. He has to work hard now to bring it to them, to prove beyond the shadow of doubt. What is it that he proved? Because we don't know. There was a time where we didn't know that if I cough, what I'm coughing can contaminate you. There was no such thing yokuthi ukuba nomuntu endlini angakuthelela ngesifo ngaphandle kokuthi umthinte. Ukuthi kukhona igciwane elihamba ngomoya. There was no such thing. But somebody did a research, did a study on it and discover. What I did in Plentiology, there was somebody discovered there is something that is called study of plenty, whereby you can, we say nothing is impossible. All things are possible. In this study, I revealed that poverty is not the absence of money. It's a condition of the mind. Poverty is a result of failing to find an idea within yourself. And that idea you make, it can enrich you and also enrich your generation and the generation after you. In other words, your idea can outlive you. The people who started a lot of things, they started as an idea. Today, we have the mic, is an idea. We have a cell phone, is an idea. We have a radio, is an idea. Everything is an idea. My headset loud. Idea. I'm a specs loud. Idea. E-wash. Idea. Everything is an idea. Somebody has to come up with something. Tell yourself you will not die without giving birth to something. In fact, can I challenge you? Don't rob us. Don't die with those ideas. Why many of us, they don't develop ideas? Listen, they say, umuntu ohlakaniphile owenza izinto, they exercise only 8%. We call them genius. 8% of their capacity, the mind capacity. That means your mind is too great, but you are conditioned to think. The book that you read, if it says wrong, you think you're wrong. You write an exam, you write something brilliant, just because it didn't dawn, the teacher doesn't know it or it's not in the book, then you think, everything I think. That's how they cripple your mind. In fact, when they colonize us with education, they say to enforce and show these people they are stupid. Make sure that you make them write test, write exam. Nothing make you stupid and feel you are stupid. You feel there's nothing right with you, like failing. Teacher yonke into ibhalela fika yithi. Just because it doesn't fit the book, he's setting exam farm. So what I'm saying to you, Plentianity, it says, look deep inside you, learn within you. You are a universe yourself, and you are a university yourself. If you can spend time and write everything, sometimes piece by piece. So poverty is not the absence of money. You see, poor people think you are rich when they see car you drive, when they see money you possess. Rich people focus on idea, because idea attract wealth. Wealth is a product of ideas. This mic is not money, but money comes to the owner of this idea called mic because of this mic. You see, your problem, you focus on money. When you focus on money, money runs away from you. So what you mean, Nala? I say focus on the idea. And look to your generation. What is it that they need? Come up with the idea. How can you supply the community what they need? That's all about somnalism. It's about when you start a business, don't start a business on what you like. What you like, You must change it and make it bring money for you. But don't start there. Look for the need. Find what is it that my community need and provide the need. Nobody will supply you. Nobody will buy. Do what we need. We're not going to buy to you. I buy what I need with my money. I cannot buy because I'm supporting you. Who's going to support me? How are you going to support me? You must support me by providing. If the shop is too far, bring bread closer to me. Then I will pay for the need. Not that I buy bread from you because you are my neighbor, you are black. There's no such thing.
Sibonge kakhulu bakithi enkosini bakithi sasichazela bakithi lapha Plentiology, and then sicela ukuthi sithathe i-break and we'll be back shortly.
Thank you for watching or listening.
The world of Plant Daily Thought, divine prophetic thought for your day.
For gaining wisdom, understanding, and knowledge.
With His Majesty, King Majesty.
For more information, you can send us an email on info@nalamende.com or call us on 079-1755-628. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel on YouTube at King Somnala-Nalamende. You can like our page on Facebook at King Somnala-Nalamende. Follow us on TikTok at King Somnala the Plentiologist.